So in today's episode of BeamNG.drive, we're going to be actually durability testing an old American classic car. And those four main tests consist of suspension, jumps, off-roading, and crashes. I feel like that'll give us a well-rounded idea of what it would be like if you actually wanted to durability test this in real life, but in a really good simulation. So if you take a look over here to the right, we actually have a 1952 to 1953 Burnside 252 V8 two-door sedan automatic. Weighs in at 3,880 pounds. Top speed is only 87.75, making 104 brake horsepower and 199 foot-pounds of torque. Now that may sound like some terrible numbers, but you gotta remember what time this car was produced. So we're gonna be starting the first part of this video with the suspension test. We're gonna hit this about 40 miles an hour, and we're gonna do 3 different suspension tests in this area. Try to stay at 40. Looks kind of stiff if you ask me. You can actually see the hood is starting to try to pop up here. Alright, passed that one just fine. We're actually not going to be resetting the car unless it actually absolutely needs it. That could give us a general idea of how durable this is. So that first one should be pretty easy for it, but this next one's not going to be. Try to get 40. And we got 35. Oh god. Hey, it's actually doing it though. Kind of surprised. Holy crap, it did that exceptionally well. Looks like the suspension might have a little bit of sagging in it though. Did, however, bust out the rear glass and pushed both of the doors at the top out. And we definitely messed up our alignment here. What to veer right. And we're on the third part of our suspension test. This will just replicate a bunch of little speed bumps basically. Oh, I almost missed them. Here we go. Right around 40. Perfect. Not too bad. Kind of extreme, but not too bad. It is still completely drivable, but it is starting to overheat. The actual damage sustained from all 3 of those areas were actually not too bad. Just the overheating, you know, a little bit of minor broken glass, and the door damage, not too much. Alright, now we're going to begin the jumps section, which is just a few of these little jumps here, provided by the testing map. Try to hit 40 before we get to them. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Let's get a little bit of a wheelie there. Okay, not too much damage. Not too much at all. We actually did a little bit to the hood and the glass, but that's all. So as you can see from that last jump, we actually have a little bit of sagging in the rear left, I believe, of the suspension. Alright, let's try to hit 40 before we get to this one. Hopefully it can sustain all these jumps without having to reset. There's 40. Beautiful. Actually, not too bad. Not too bad at all. We kind of turned the car into a slight banana, as you can see the curvature. If you look at my cursor, you can kind of see the curvature going on here, along with a little bit more door damage. And we are pulling pretty hard to the left. Still haven't had to reset yet. On to the third part of the jumps. See if we can hit 40. Yeah, it's definitely want to pull hard left. Come on. There we go. There's 40. Oh, big jump. Big air and a big slow-mo. Heck yeah, and it still lives. Well, okay, it's starting to run a little bit rough. Lots of camber in the front right. And blew that door out a little bit more. Oh, and that one. Not looking too healthy, but it's still going. So it's looking quite rough here, but I'm assuming it'll still be just fine after this. However, it is a flip ramp, so let's see if we can't hit 40. We are starting to overheat a lot now. There's 40. Oh, I didn't actually hit it right. Well, that's alright. We'll account that just because this thing is not doing too hot for its age. So we did damage the right side just a little bit more, but I think it's just body damage, mainly. So we are now completely overheated. Hopefully we can actually make this one. Scoot back here and try to hit 40 on the last ramp. You know, for overheating and stuff, it's still making pretty good amount of power. There's 40, and somehow we got more of a roll than the other ramp. Lots of damage on the front right, and it is still able to drive. Missing the headlight too. Oh god, there's actually a lot more damage than I initially thought. But able to drive nonetheless. That's pretty good in my book. Seems to be that the body is taking the brunt of the damage. The only main components destroyed, I would say, is probably the front suspension. And not gonna lie, it's still doing it reliably too. Like, I can swing it around and just keep full throttling. Alrighty, so here we have a fresh respawn. That'll put us in the third category of the video, and that is off-roading. Rolling through around 40 miles per hour, this will just be a light scenario if you actually had to in this car. Don't know why you would, but this is a durability test. Okay, took those jumps actually pretty good. We're going to swing it around here. Yep. And end it with this little jump. Beautiful. I think it's already took out the radiator. Alright, so that kind of damaged the front quite a bit there. However, we are not able to respawn yet unless it completely dies. Let's get back into position. I'm hoping this thing will actually survive all 4 of these scenarios, but we shall see. Let's go ahead and try to hit 40 before we get there. Perfect. Yeah, it's starting to overheat quite a bit now. Come on, keep it at 40. It's close, but it's doing its best. Alright, so that ends that section. Perfect. So, not too much more damage was added. I really don't think much was at all. Maybe a little bit more camber or body damage, but not much. Other than the radiator's not doing too hot. Well, actually, it is way too hot. It's quite the opposite of what I just stated. Lots and lots of suspension damage. It looks like I'm actually trying to swerve the car, but I am not. Okay, I had to pull way back here, but let's try to hit 40 on the third category of the off-roading. Hopefully we can actually make that ramp there. Yeah, we're not going to hit 40 yet. And there's 40. Uh-oh. Ooh, come on. Okay, hold on, let's go back real quick. See if we can't give it a little nudge. Oh, I can't even reverse out of here. And the engine is pretty much on its way out, if you look to the bottom left there. It's basically took its crap. Engine is now knocking. Okay, well, I think it's safe to say we're going to be stuck here. Let's go ahead and reset the car. Too bad it couldn't survive all 4. So the real question is now, will it actually survive both of these little off-roading jumps? Let's try to get to 40. And there it is. Ooh, major damage on the front already. Come on. Alright, now that we actually have a little bit more power, we might be able to make this. Oh my god, there's so much damage already. Well, I don't think it's going to do it due to the mud. So, if you're talking about off-roading in the mud, this thing is not made for that. Clearly. Come on, let's get up it. Okay, there's no amount of trying to save this. It's just not going to work. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt and try the last section. Try to hit 40. And there we go. Oh god, lots of damage right off the rip again. But it might make it. That one car surprised us. Oh! Oh! It did it, holy crap. But it couldn't do the other one. Of course not. Oh, what the heck did we hit? Oh, okay. The whole entire bottom of the car just damn near got ripped out. But that's fine. I guess the car's not doing fine, though. So what does that tell us about the off-roading? Very, very limited. You could do light stuff like, you know, if you had to go off a dirt path, but I wouldn't go much further than that. That leaves us with the fourth and final category, crashes. Let's just try a few of these here real quick. See if we can't hit 40. Come on. There we go. A little bit of slow-mo. Beautiful. Oh my god, we actually ramped it. Did not expect that. Okay, so lots of damage on the front. And it still drive. Holy crap, I kind of can. Look how far offset that front right side is. And it still chooses to live. Let's actually try this split barrier one. See if I can't hit it right on the corner of one of them. And there is 40. Ooh. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be inside that thing. Surprisingly, the cab wasn't too far damaged, but as you can see, if you look in first person, it actually pushed the dash in just a little bit. All in all, the car's not drivable, engine's destroyed. Let's actually try to split this car in half. I think it's possible to at least wreck the front end in half. Here we go. Hit 44, and okay, it did a little bit. Not more than I was expecting, though. And it cannot drive. It looks like this side actually took a little bit more damage. This side's a little bit more straight. At least the car still sounds good. Let's see if we can actually cut the top off of this thing. Give it a little bit of a haircut. We're going to be hitting it right around 44, I believe. Yep, 45. Oh my god, that did a lot more than I expected. We're actually stuck on it, but if I was to get this unstuck, we could drive it. Let me actually try that. Well, I tried, and it didn't go well, as you can see. Somehow the exhaust is going through the tire. I mean, however, it does drive. It does what it's supposed to, it's just there's no car that exists. And last but not least, we're going to be smacking this wall right around 45 miles an hour. See what a straight up wall of damage looks like on this thing. Probably pretty bad. Ooh, yeah. Not looking good at all. It does not drive. Somehow still turns. If you were in the inside, I'd say you wouldn't be enjoying your time, as the steering wheel is going straight through your gut. All in all, pretty bad crash, I'd say. The entire front car is shoved back. Well, that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to get a good idea of what it would be like to have something this old being put through a durability test, and exactly what are the limitations of it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you want to see more, check out my content on my channel. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good evening. Oh yeah. Oh, nice.